Good morning. We are in Abbeville, South Carolina, and I have a couple names I'd like to say aloud, but I wanted to show you where we are. This is a vintage historic hotel, supposedly haunted, but it was built in 1903, so it's not like slavery times. Hang on. Let me turn this around if I can. Oh, obviously I can't. Well, behind me, you can see what it all looks like. There's a big old, lots of brick. There's a ceiling fan. It's the veranda. It's the place where I had the veranda cocktail last night. So, I wanted to say a few names into the record today, whatever record this is, into my video. The Dunn family moved from Abbeville. A next generation moved down to Edgefield. And so there are Dunns in town. There's a big window that has Dunn written on it. They're here. I don't know any Dunns. That was like my third great-grandparents. But wealth marries wealth, and it's generational wealth. And you can follow the Dunns back to when they got off the ship in Virginia or Maryland. So in Abbeville, though, guess who married the two families that we're pursuing here, researching, are the Baileys and the Upshaws, and their names change over time to Bailey, Beale, like B-E-A-L-E or B-E-A-L-L, to Ball, back in England, where they were minor nobility. One of the Ball gentlemen married the daughter of Braveheart, so descended from that on my mother's side. The Ball family was George Washington's mother's family, and you may have read the book Slaves in the Family by Edward Ball, also related to the Ball family. They're the Ball family, and the Ball family was very prevalent in South Carolina, growing rice. But here we are in Abbeville, which is the cradle of the secession, and someone who married into the Upshaw family was Hermelia Henderson, also known as Hester. She's the one that I talk about in my blog, who someone has poked holes in her nose, so she looks like a pig. So I have her portrait hanging on the wall in my house, and I'll have to take a picture and show you later. But so I guess she wasn't very nice. I don't know who pokes holes in their grandmother's nose, right? Especially at a time where a photo costs a lot of money. But anyway, good morning. There's going to be this big old festival here. They're all set up. I'm just going to turn this around, and you can see there's all kinds of food trucks, and the road's coned off and stuff, so it might get a little crazy and really loud here later, so I wanted to come out here as the sun was rising and do my names. And so Jesse Henderson lived in, so he's my fourth great-grandfather, lived in Abbeville, South Carolina in 1820, and he had one unfree female under the age of 14 that I know of. I don't know of any others, but this was mentioned in census papers. And one female under 14 concerns me greatly. It may have been a lady's maid for his, wife, or it may have been a kitchen maid, someone to just help out. But knowing people and how they are, it doesn't make me happy. So there's no name, I'm sorry to say. Female under 14. And the other, more Jesse Henderson. Okay, here we go. 1830. This is probably the same young woman. Female 10 to 23. And also at that time, a female 36 to 54. So at least our younger girl had someone else to talk to. I don't have anyone else in Abbeville or in this vicinity. There were more Duns in, sorry, I'm showing you the top of my head. There were more Duns in Newberry, South Carolina, but you know, I don't have paperwork on everyone, and there's, without being boots on the ground and going into local libraries and all that, I like literally have 2 weeks to do 1,300 miles. So, and I have previously been to our Tallapoosa, Alexander City, Bailey, and Dunn plantation, and took lots of pictures, but I don't know why I didn't take video, but that was in, I think, 2015. And I have written about that on my blog, and I will probably also post some photos from that, because that was the time that we found the slave graveyard. And that's the Baileys. My mother and my aunt were Baileys. My grandparents, etc. At another time, I do want to talk about the other Alabama, Tallapoosa City, enslaved, but that is not this day. Also, if this is not your cup of tea, don't watch it. You don't have to post nasty comments. I don't care if you like hearing about it. It isn't for you. You don't want to hear about it? Don't listen. And I don't need your permission or your, sanction to talk about the people that my family enslaved. We enslaved them, and we are where we are. We are coasting on white privilege. Like, a duck coming in for a landing, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, you guys, have a good day.